Hello, this is Karritz. Welcome to my second video on the Isla Paradiso bunch. Today we join them on the day after we saw them at the summer festival in episode 1. In episode 2 they do some gardening, some fishing from the wishing well, and then it's time for some fun at the Carnival on the water. Meryl is tending the small tree garden in the bottom basement. Josephine tries to steal a coin from the wishing well, but couldn't find anything and got soggy in the process. After failing to steal a coin from the wishing well, Josephine decided to try her luck by wishing for wealth. This time she got lucky, and the wishing well pixies showered her in simoleons. I didn't notice the household funds change though. I like all of my Sims to have a fishing skill of at least level 7, so they can read all of the fishing books. Josephine needs to work on her fishing skill. I see the tree of prosperity is currently green. This means it's now got the fruit of harvest. Any Sim who eats that fruit will gain in their cooking or fishing or gardening skill. I'll send Diana down to eat the fruit of harvest. The small dark rectangles in the ceiling are from the lights that I've used. I could remove the lights and fix the ceiling and have a dark video, or just put up with those black patches. The big black rectangles are where I've removed the floor from above so that the trees and the tree of prosperity and the boat can poke through. Diana got an increase in her fishing skill. Upstairs, Muriel is disposing of all dead plants. The only dead plant she had to dispose of was a steak plant, but she still had a little cry over it. Stella Dog appeared, and Muriel consoled herself by brushing her canine friend, while Craig skulks in the background. As you can see on the left, Hayley has started working on her gardening skill and replanted a few of the plants that had died. At this point, there's still a lot of room on the gardening map for more plants to be planted, but they will all shortly be replanted. Hayley is level 10 in the elixir skill, but she doesn't know all of the recipes yet. She can still learn some from the elixir station, and then she'll need to read some recipe books. I noticed a message that said Josephine just reeled in an old box from the mysterious deep. Josephine looked inside and discovered a long-lost magical gnome of sculpting. I'll take the gnome out of her inventory and give it a name so I'll know that it's a gnome that we already know about. I like to keep the gnomes. I'll leave her to fish. Maybe she'll get some more gnomes and improve her fishing skill while she's at it. I have gnomes on my mind. Upstairs in the ground level, Judy and Stella Dog are playing, and I sent Judy to catch a butterfly and Stella Dog to bark at the refrigerator. The reason I want Stella Dog to bark at the fridge is so that she'll become a noisy dog, because when a noisy dog barks at the fridge, you get a freezer bunny gnome, and I want a freezer bunny gnome. Meanwhile, Judy made herself some mac and cheese for lunch, while Stella ate her lunch before she got back to barking at the fridge. And there's the freezer bunny gnome. She's got one. Yay! Now all I've got to do is try to stop Stella from barking and give the freezer bunny a name. This time the message says that Josephine has pulled a gnome of invention out of the wishing well. So I'll take him out and give him a name too. You'll need to know that we've already got that one if I ever come across it somewhere else, because sometimes they multiply. Meryl came down to the wishing well and I went with it. I got her to wish for power after trying to steal a coin, which is what she really wanted to do in the first place. And it must be after 8 o'clock at night because I can see the fireflies around the wishing well. You get the fireflies or the pixies at night when you've got the tree of prosperity in the same lot. That's why I have them both there. Now she's wishing for power. And she gets her wish. This is where things go a little bit strange. There's a message up there that reads, "How does this outfit look on me? I am looking good today. If only there were more mirrors around for me to check myself out." Now I've seen this before, and I'd added a huge mirror, some exercise equipment and a dresser on the other side of the bottom basement. But she decided she'd walk up 2 levels to Sam's locked door where she thought she could look into his mirror. When she couldn't get through the door, she dropped the cube. So I moved the dresser close to the wishing well and added a smaller mirror above it and got her to wish for power again, twice before she actually got it again. That message is someone from town wanting to take Judy on a date. I said no. So she didn't get power from that wish, but before she wished again, she suddenly spun into her green bikini, which is her normal swimwear. Then she wished for power and waited hopefully, and she got a wish. So here was I waiting for her to go over to the mirror to see what would happen, and what did she do? She just left the room. She just ignored it completely. I decided it was time to send them all off to the Carnival on the water. For some reason, Meryl and Josephine decided not to come. Perhaps Josephine was still fishing. I was hoping Hayley might do some more of her trick skating, but she just skated around in circles the whole time. That skating rink and some of the other objects on this lot are seasonal. They will change when the seasons change. It's not a festival grounds, but I did put a seasonal marker on it. That's the female kissing booth attendant in the background. The male is hidden behind the small magic tent. You'll get to see inside that tent in a minute, but I don't think you get to see the male kissing booth attendant at all. And there's the Buck and Chuck Bronco from Showtime. And here's Jeannie riding the roller coaster. They get on and off the roller coaster near those balloons on top of the building on the left-hand side of the screen. Diana has got hungry and decided to make herself a snow cone. This little cafe has got the bakery shelves that are stocked overnight by the NRAS cupcake mod. There's no registers in there and no attendant, so you have to serve yourself. After she's finished eating, I decide to send her off to have some dinner. There's a professional bar upstairs in the Showtime room. There's Sam in his swimwear. He must have jumped into the pool. Didn't notice him do it, but he's in his swimwear, so I suppose he must have been swimming. Judy and Hayley are still skating. Jeannie's there chatting with Sam after her roller coaster ride. Maybe she's telling him what a great rider she had. So this is the Showtime room with the professional bar. Apparently Diana's also very tired, so she orders fish and chips for everyone and then complains loudly to the poor mixologist about her being tired. I have a mod that when Hayley calls the household to the meal, she will actually serve individual plates of the food to specific chairs allocated to each of the household members who are on the lot. And then the household members who are on the lot will come upstairs and begin eating, except for the 2 of them that are busily skating. I have to go down to them and encourage them to come upstairs individually. But they do. Here comes Sam, still in his swimmers. And Muriel. And a Genie. I thought Genie was a good name to give to a genie at the time.
Nursky. Shushka mom.
And Craig. Now, we're still missing two, and I know that they are downstairs skating. Suspect I better go get them. That would be Judy and Hayley. Now, when Diana distributed the meals, she put one meal over on a little table at the back that's got no chairs. And since Hayley's the last one to come up to eat, she goes to the back of the room to pick up the meal off that table. And then she comes and sits down opposite Judy, and they eat together. When everyone has finished eating, I get Diana to put on a magic show. She initially wants to do one of her Showtime type magic shows, but she hasn't got a gig organised, and the proprietor has actually vanished. I have to get a new proprietor. There is, however, I noticed, a hypnotiser standing there on the stage. So I thought it would be a good idea to get her to hypnotise someone. The hypnotiser gives three options. She can command to strike a pose, command to act like a chicken, command to dance. I chose command to dance, and we picked Alfonso Alto as her willing victim. And then I allocated seats to the various household members who were still there. Here comes Alfonso. Doesn't know what he's in for. Poor old Sam's still in his swimming trunks. The audience seems to be enjoying the show. There's Alfonso dancing. Looks like Alfonso's gained a few fans. Now, you can't really see properly, but Diana was doing a trick to take a coin from behind his ear. And everybody's really tired, and they start autonomously leaving, so I've sent them home. I thought Judy had gone home, but she didn't. She decided to go and play on Sharky, the water slide. So I watched her do that for a little bit, and then I sent her home too. And that was it for the end of the video. I'll do another one for you soon. I hope you enjoyed this one. And thank you for watching. On the way home, Judy saw the venue she'd just been at through the hole in the rock.